going to.
Where's everybody from again?
So I'm in Nevada.
Nevada, okay.
Yeah, I'm in Eastern Washington.
Eastern Washington?
Yeah, I don't associate with the West Side.
I don't blame you. What part of Eastern Washington?
I am just south of Moses Lake.
Okay, what town?
Warden.
Warden?
Mm-hmm.
Darn, I'm not familiar with that. That must have been in the next mission. That's probably in the Spokane mission, huh?
Well, let's see. Now we're about 115 miles, I think, south of Spokane.
Hi, people.
Hi, Eduardo. Yeah, I served in Washington Kennewick Mission. So
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
Yeah, we're like 30 minutes north of the Tri-Cities area.
Okay, then you're probably in that mission. I just don't. What stake?
It's Othello.
Othello. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, they split up my mission in three different missions, like a little bit after I got back in 2012. So anyway.
All right on.
Yeah, we covered like the bottom third of Washington and the top third of Oregon. That was kind of big.
Oh, wow.
Do we want to start going over the questions, get down to business, basically?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
So I'm looking at the group quiz assignment that we look at, not the actual quiz, just because that's all in the same order for us. For question number 1, I got D.
Me too.
Okay, Steve.
D.
Then, number 2, I got B. Did you guys get B too?
Number 2, I got A.
I went with A.
Okay, it's probably A then. That one just like, it confused me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if Canada were allowed to trade, it would export hockey sticks because it is. Why did you guys choose A?
Basically, if you looked at it as a hockey stick as a price, so Canada can have 5 baseball bats at said price, where the other countries have 8 at said price. So
Makes sense.
It's more cheap.
Makes sense. Yeah, so they would make more money if they exported it because that's technically the world price, right?
Right, that's my angle.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking of it like a similar reasoning for choosing B, but I honestly wasn't sure if it was A or B because they both were kind of plausible, you know?
Absolute advantage.
What was that?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking the absolute advantage is because it talks about the input needed. Well, we don't really know what their input needs were.
That's
We don't really know about their opportunity costs. So I wasn't quite sure if those were it either.
okay.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
and A makes sense. So okay. Number 3, I got C.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. It's good.
Okay, 4, I got C.
Yep.
5, I wasn't sure about, but I thought maybe C.
C. Number 4 is C.
Yeah, but number 5, I put C too, but I wasn't honestly sure about that one.
Number 5, I chose B.
Okay. I have B.
See, and the only reason I didn't put that is because it said it was a price taker in the market for peaches.
Right. Well, everybody is a price taker in the free market. So that's just in there. That's just in there to throw you off. They'll do that all the time in this class. I'm not joking.
Well, it worked.
I've taken this before last year. I had to drop it for whatever reason, and they would throw stuff in here all the time just meaningless information. I'm like, that's nice that they're a price taker. Everybody's a price taker.
I think when world price about is 52 and is poor. Okay, one is minus is in poor. Okay,
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So B, exporter.
All right. And then number 6, what'd you guys get?
I chose D on that one.
See, and I was thinking C, but D makes sense too.
C, okay. C.
So Eduardo's thinking C, you're thinking C, and then you're thinking D. Trade enhances the economic well-being of a nation in the sense that
I claim for C. It's increase in total surplus.
Yeah, because isn't that what the goal is? Is to overcome the loss and then increase the surplus? Well, hold on. Yeah, I don't know.
See, that's what I was thinking, but they both do make sense.
It's true, because the consumers don't want the prices to go too high. So it puts downward pressure. But it's saying, it's using the absolute word, so it's saying of all goods.
So it's probably
downward. So does it put downward pressure on all goods? I don't know. You know, like that's what they do. It's like all the goods, really? I don't know. That's a lot of goods.
Probably be C then, just because of the wording.
Yeah, I would probably go with C.
Okay.
You see what I mean, though? Like they'll throw stuff in there, like they
like to mess with us. It's great.
Of all the goods in the whole world, I don't know. It's just funny. When you think about it, it's funny. But when you read it, you're like, yeah, that sounds good. And then you're like, hold on a sec. Yeah.
All right. So for number 7, I got B. What did you guys get?
Okay.
Okay.
Do you guys think B is right?
The consumers will lose and producers will gain.
World price is in this case is import. Okay.
I'm sorry. What would you say, Eduardo?
Produce in this country is import. Okay. It's minus the equilibrium point. Equilibrium point.
Yeah, the equilibrium. Yeah.
Consumers when is import, consumers gain and producer loss is a concept in the text.
So you're saying it would be A?
That's what I was leaning towards too.
Okay.
Where you think, because
find out where it was at. I don't know where I ended up with that answer.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
I chose A also, but I have been searching for where I found that at, so I haven't found it again.
Well, it definitely means that A is the answer then.
Because usually the only times consumers, as far as what I understand, the only time that consumers will lose is if the government intervenes and starts putting a tariff or whatever it's called, a tariff or a I know what I'm talking about, I think. Let's see, a tariff or a quota.
Okay.
That's usually when the consumer will lose.
Okay. Number 8, I got C. But I wasn't 100% sure.
I chose that one as well.
Okay. C for number 8.
Okay. So 9, I got A, but it was more of a guess than anything else. So if you guys could enlighten me, that'd be awesome.
I got A as well.
So you just did to calculate the surplus. You just subtracted the.
Well, the equation is half times like whatever the height is times. So I mean, usually the height is price. I'll go that way times the quantity. So on this situation, the height from 2 to 8 is 6. So if you take half, so like half of 6 anyway, so 3 times 300 is going to leave you with your 900. Does that make sense how I explained that?
Yeah, it does. So so you're going from the world price, right? So the world price to when the supply curve starts, right? On 2.
Oh.
And then you subtract the.
Yeah. 2 to 8. So that leaves you with the 6. And so you take 1/2 times 6. So it's basically the same thing as half, 0.5 times 6. And then times the 300, which is their quantity. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So what did you guys get for number 10?
Hi, I'm back. I think I got cut off.
What did you get for number 10?
What did we do? What did we decide for 9?
9, it was A, and Suzanne explained how to get that. When did you cut off?
Oh, I was talking about 9 with what Suzanne was saying, and then I got cut off. I'm sorry. Okay, no problem. I think I got it. And then 10?
10 is the one we just got to. So what did you get for 10?
So I have C.
C, okay.
It's the same concept as number 9, right?
Yeah. Well, just to get the area of a triangle, it's half times base times height.
I think you're speaking Japanese. I'm just kidding.
Well, you're kidding. I think it's in the book, actually. They repeated it once where I saw it actually written out. And the videos kind of had it in there. I didn't get as much from the videos as I did from seeing it written out. It says the area of a triangle is 1/2 times base times height.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I didn't get it before number 9, so I didn't get number 10 either because it's the same idea.
Yeah.
So there's like a billion triangles. Like this always confused me like crazy. Okay. So what triangle are we looking at here?
Okay. So what I found the easiest was the PowerPoint because it gives you gives you the picture of it. So let me find the right one. See if I can explain this a little better. Let's export. I don't want that one.
So just talking about what it's talking about here. So without trade, consumer surplus is.
Right. So consumer surplus is going to be A
along
plus.
the.
Well, let's see.
It's usually along the demand curve, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it would be A would be the area that's the price of 28 to 20 over to 80 of quantity. So it's that top little triangle.
Yeah, I see that. Okay. So 20 to 8, that's half of that is 4.
Yes.
Times 80.
And then it's also B, well, which would be the 20 to 15 also over to 80.
Whoa, 20, 15 over to 80.
Yeah.
Okay. See that looks like a
and then
like a polygon to me.
Wait a minute.
That's a triangle too.
Well, this is part of the problem too, because in the graphs that are on here, they don't have the same portion. So what A is B is not necessarily on here. So actually for this question, it's AB, and then it's the little triangle to the right. So it's actually the whole area would be the 28 price down to 15 price over to, well, equilibrium. So that whole area should be your consumer surplus.
So would it be bad to do 15 to 28 over to 130?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Is that what it is? Okay. So you don't have to do it multiple times, do you?
No, I was just I'm trying to look at two different
Oh, you're good. No worries.
graphs, and they have different letters on them. So
15 to 28 would equal what, 13?
is that right? Okay, wait a minute.
So that'd be 7.5. No, 6.5.
Oh, I don't like this one.
Somebody made my screen full screen here.
Okay, so that is actually an import. Where the graph on question 10 is an export. I don't know if that makes sense. So that's what makes sense to me. If you see where the tariff, it says imports with tariff on there. So the world price is below equilibrium. That makes it an import.
Mm-hmm.
And, maybe I'm not looking at the right thing either, because without trade consumer surplus. Is it A plus B?
Is everybody else viewing Eduardo's screen right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing screen share, so.
Ugh. Trade.
So basically, we'll just have to take a look at the PowerPoint again so that we can get a better idea of how to do that.
Yeah.
So
in
C
the text,
is
I good picture in the text. Figure 4 is a figure 4, figure 3, figure 2 is good application for when is export and import and tariff. Is I learned this for this picture. I help me.
Okay.
okay.
And I think that does make sense, because I look at, that whole triangle starts at the price of 2 up to 28 and over to 130.
So that equals 845 for me. Is that what everyone got? B?
What question?
For which one? For 10?
For 10.
13.
I got
Okay.
845, but she was saying 1690. I'm probably missing something.
Okay. The nation of Aquilonia. Okay.
No. Let's see.
14.
We're still on 10.
No, it sounds. Without trade, consumer surplus is, and then so you would just go 15 to 28, which would be 15, and then divided by.
Well, it's actually that whole area.
Sorry, 13.
From price 2 to 28 over to 130. It's that entire triangle, and then it's also. Oh, I can't even.
Oh, so it's 2 all the way up to 28, and then it
Yes.
goes over to 130.
It goes over to 130 for the main triangle, and then there's a secondary triangle that is the top import or export triangle.
Right. Okay, and then you get it for that one too.
Yeah. So it's
so
the
2
26
all the way. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, 2 to 28. So that'll be your 26
Divided by 2 is 13. Okay.
times your
Times 130.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 1690. Okay. And that's the answer. No.
Yep. So C, right? The 1690.
So C is the answer, or do we need to figure out the top triangle that's hanging upside down?
That's what I'm looking at. I think I had that marked. Maybe that's what total surplus is. So consumer surplus is just that first triangle.
Because is the surplus just the triangle above world price? Or would it be the whole thing?
So, okay, without trade, why did I mark this so funny?
I'm just going to do 4 times 80. Let's see what that gives me. 320. Okay, that doesn't give me anything.
Well, I wonder if it's not, would it be, oh yeah, you're right, 4 times 80.
4 times 80 gives you like 3 something, so it doesn't even give you it. Yeah.
Without trade is A plus B. Total surplus is A, B, and C. Consumer surplus.
As we do the homework and get more practice, we'll all figure it out.
So, yeah, you know what? I think it is the 15 to 28. What is that?
15 to 28 is 13, and then 6.5, and then 6.5 times 130 comes out to actually 845.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking.
That should be the, yeah, that should be
Is that what it is?
Surplus.
That's what it is.
Yes,
Okay.
I think it's B for 10.
Don't you love how they give you all the right answers of all the combinations that you could have done? You're like, yeah, I got the right answer. And they're like, no, you didn't.
Yeah, I'm like, watch us actually do the quiz and then have it actually be C. Like, of course it was, you know.
Of course.
Nah.
All right. And then what did you guys get for 11? Was that one still C?
The thing with trade, total surplus in Guatemalan coffee market amounts to. So that's the whole shebang, right? That's with 30 up to 140, right? Which equals 110 divided by 2, which equals 55 times 30. I hope I'm doing this math correctly. It's all in my head.
Yeah, 55
40.
times 30.
Which is 1815. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
did I do that wrong? Okay.
No, that should be 1650.
Okay.
And then you also
What?
got to include G.
Oh.
So 55 times 30, 1650. Okay. My iPhone got it wrong. I didn't type it in wrong. I'm just kidding. That was my phone. Okay. And then.
Yeah, they're not very smartphones. They're dumb phones.
So then you do what? 90 to 110, which is 20. Right? 90 to 110.
Yeah.
20. So you take 10.
That's.
And then what do? You just take how long G is? So between 18 and 40?
Yep.
Okay. So that's what, 22?
Yeah. So 220
So 220 plus 1650
is your 1870.
1870. Bada bang, bada boom. I didn't know math was with economics. I'm just kidding.
Math and graphs is not right.
All right. So number 12.
That one was fun.
So that was C, right? For 11?
Yeah, 11 was C.
Okay. 12.
I chose
B. I have B.
Yeah, B.
You have B for 12, right?
Yeah.
Decreases by $576 and producer surplus increases by 92.
So it's kind of the same concept, but you have to get your CS, your customer surplus, without the tariff, and then you have to do it with the tariff to get the difference. And then you do the same thing for producer surplus.
Man, all those shapes is just going to give me a headache.
Right?
So the rectangle is the tariff. So you just get the surface area of that, right? So it's what, 8 times 14? That's what the tariff is?
Wait a minute. 8 times 14. Where are you at?
Sorry, 8 times 24. My goodness, sorry.
Oh, man.
You're on, wait, hold on. I'm on the right one? 12, right? And
Yeah,
it's
we're 12.
Okay. And it's 9-17, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that rectangle right in the middle is the tariff. And you just have to find the surface area of that. And that's 192. Okay, that makes sense because that's in the answer. All right, cool. And then, so what triangle do you figure out? So it's when a country moves from free trade to trade and tariff, consumer surplus. Okay, we just did this. Consumer surplus. That's not the whole, is that the whole triangle right there along from 60 to 0?
Where did I get these numbers? Okay. I have the 28 to 60 over to 64. Because the consumer surplus is going to be what's above your
world,
on the top part, and the producer's on the bottom part. So I took it from where the price of the world price or the world price of tariff is.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's right or not. But.
Yeah, so you just went from world price up to 60? Or is it world price plus tariff or world price, which is 20?
You have to do both of them to get the difference.
Well, since we just got the tariff, which is 192,
Mm-hmm.
so you just do 20 to 60, which is 40. Divided by 2, 20. 20 times 40. $800. Ooh. Okay. I'll have more practice in the homework. Yikes.
All right. So 13, we got A.
Yep.
So
Okay.
for 12, we got B, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then 13 was A. What did you guys get for 14?
14 is B.
Yes. I have B as well.
15, I got B. What did you guys get for 15?
Okay. I only got the first part of it, so I thought it was either C or D, but
That's fair.
well, what I did is I drew in like the world price and like tariff price so I can kind of get a better visual, and then like drew the lines down so you kind of knew where the demands were at.
Okay. That makes
So-
sense, kind of making our own triangle.
Yeah, kind of. These ones are kind of squares though. Because before a tariff, I think we were at what? 600 was the quantity, like 640.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the higher side, it was the 1800. So that is a 1200 in there. So then if you take it where the tariff is at, it moves it to 900 and to 1500. So that makes it 600 in there.
Okay.
Does that make sense to anybody else?
I understand what you're getting at.
Where do we get the tariff? Because I see that, I mean, it says that there's a tariff of $20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Where would we even know where to put that in the graph?
okay, so it says that it's $40 is the world price. It's actually on page 7 before the graph, so it tells you that it's $40 per unit.
That makes a heck of a lot more sense.
Then I put the tariff at 60.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay, so do we all think it's C or D?
I got frustrated with trying to figure out the domestic production, so I ran away from this question.
Run away.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I was kind of leaning towards D, but I didn't have any basis for it except for where the demand, like the domestic consumer supply demand, changed by 300, as well as the domestic producer changed by 300. So, wait a minute. Domestic production. It says it increases. No, I don't know.
Because the production is going to increase because there's a tariff, so the tariff would incentivize the domestic producers to increase more because their prices are competitive.
Well, I guess that would make sense if it was because if we decrease the imports by 600, that means we need to increase our own production by the same, just to match our own needs, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
D it is.
All right. 16, I got A. What'd you guys get?
Okay.
I got
A.
A as well.
All right. 17, I got D.
Yep.
Okay.
18, I got D.
I picked A.
A.
A makes sense. Yep. I think I just skimmed over A. I don't know why. That makes more sense. Sorry, guys. I'm really tired.
Yeah.
19, I got D.
D. Okay.
Yep.
And then 20, I got A. Oh, it froze. What'd you guys get for 20?
A.
Okay. Me too. I
Yeah,
think
that's what I was thinking too.
my internet might have frozen for a second, so I couldn't tell. All right. Yep. And that's what I got too. So I think that's everything. Do you guys have any specific questions you want to go over real fast or anything?
Does anyone have problems finding the right questions that match up with the questions from the homework on the group quiz?
A little bit. It's annoying because you have to like basically mix and match. So I'll like have to look up and then I have like written down all my answers. So then I cross them out when I find them so that I know what numbers I've used and which ones I haven't. If that makes sense.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah. But, all right. Is 10 o'clock good for everyone next week?
Yeah, it's good for me.
Nice. It's good. Okay.
Works.
All right. Sounds great. Then I think I will just see you guys next week.
Thanks for doing the video and everything.
Yep. Bye, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye. Good night.